my teenagers, my therapist is like, just ride the storm, or is it?
No,
more...
it's more like punish the behavior that you don't want.
Okay.
Like you can still correct her for it, but it's not fear. So once you understand, oh, this isn't fear, then you don't feel bad being like, hey, stop that crap. You're not allowed to do that. So, also, I think probably a part of it too is that she's not used to meeting people out here because there's
Correct.
not a lot of people.
Correct.
So that means that you need to have a lot of context that you're giving her that freedom. So that's where it's super, super helpful to have like the, like introductions over here at this little shopping area and down the street.
Yeah.
Because then there's lots going on.
Yeah.
It's very busy.
She seems very easy, like when we've taken her there or whatever, like when I'm walking into a situation with like people or noise, like she's unaffected by it. She doesn't seem like even overly curious about it. She's just like whatever. But also wonder if, because last week she was with Jonathan all week, and he has less structure. I wonder if some of it was she was just like already like getting away with whatever, and her energy might have been a little more like powerful. Like she kind of like I've unfortunately had to be harder on her yesterday. He's gone, it's just her and I, so it was a little harder on her, and I hated it. But like as soon as I was, she went right back to like
Did you feel like she was kind
energy.
of at a higher level of arousal than normal?
Yeah, like she was definitely pushing my limits, and like things I normally
you could tell.
I was getting to a point where I wasn't even having to correct. I could just use words, and she would listen. Almost like she loves to do it. Now she was just like insistent. I was like, dear heavens. And then today we kind of hit a limit this morning where I finally just corrected her hard, and she just yelled, and then
said,
everything else the rest of the day was calmer.
So that's what you're noticing. You said she's been really sensitive lately. That's what's happening, is we have now sensitized her to all the tools. That's good. That means that the dog, we're not overusing it as pressure, and that's what most people see is that when you, like for example on the prong collar, just because you have the prong collar on doesn't mean you're using it right. You know, it's like it just being on is in a way kind of prevention, but a lot of people end up holding the dog back from things, and the dog lives under constant restraint.
Right.
So the reactivity in their heart grows and in their mind. So if I just go, we have a lot of what I call prediction errors, where I think the dog is going to do something, so I hold them back from meeting that person, and when they probably would have been fine. So they look at us and go, why are you giving me leash pressure right now? That must mean that this is something to be afraid of, or that I need to protect them from you or whatever. So for example, if I put you in a bite suit right now, and I put a harness on Mila, and I give pressure back, she's going to immediately explode on you and go, and she's going to lose it, because she's seen that picture before where Decoy comes out, I have a harness on, lots of pressure backwards, so it actually causes the issue. Does that make sense? So if I can reduce all of the, in fact turn off all the pressure and have zero pressure and just use punishment, then I can go bam, and I'm inserting that kind of interruption in thought process, and the dog goes, oh, okay, that's not pressure, right? And it actually decreases the behavior. So in the process of kind of going through this, if she barked at a kid while she was, which she obviously wouldn't do that with me, right? That's probably part of it too, is that
because
whether a
she
dog
knows better,
will offer,
or she knows you're in
she knows
the
that
control
I'm
of
the one who's
situation, and she doesn't
handling
need to be.
That's what it is.
She doesn't need to figure it out.
Exactly. There's the answer has already been provided, and she knows that. It's kind of like faith, right? Like, you're a believer, I'm a believer. We know that, like, going into a situation, that I don't need to decide if I'm just gonna do something completely heinous. I already decided years ago I'm not gonna do that heinous thing, right? I don't need to go murder someone because I'm mad. I just go, man, but what am I gonna do, right? For a dog, we have to help them see that, hey, this, if you make this decision, it will hurt you. It may kill you, you know? So if we give that punishment, it immediately takes that off the table. So for Jonathan, maybe he needs to do more freedom. Maybe he needs to do more play out in public with her, where there are distractions. Maybe even coming out here and having, when you guys have people over, do what you did with me, where you have her go out here and potty, and then you have them, they're walking up towards the house, and she sees them, and you say, who is that? Go say hi, and she gets to run up to them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So notice how a lot of people will hold back instead of letting the dog go, when it's like, you know what she's going to do to me. She's going to come give love, you know? But a lot of people, out of a prediction error, will hold the dog back, and it ends up creating the reactivity that they're thinking is actually happening when it's really just experimentation. Because she's like just now a year, right? Something
Yeah,
like
I think she's just hitting it.
Yeah.
We have her
Reactivity usually
right.
starts to show up about a year to a year and a half, typically. So it's right on time.
Is he gonna start
Picking up on it?
correcting her differently, or like being more tolerant, less tolerant than of her like bad behavior? Because he does turn his head so much to things that, like with Copper, he would correct him. With her, he just will sit there and just bear it.
What is she doing?
Like she just gnawing at him, like
okay.
gnawing his neck, gnawing at his feet.
Yeah, that's where you can start to advocate for him a little.
Well,
bit,
I always do.
he's
I advocate for him, and we do plays with her.
Maybe advocate for him less. Like let him get to the point where he's like
yeah, that's why I'm curious. Because I was very curious about the whole thing with Kobe, with her and the dog, that got into it. That was a very because he didn't even react.
Yeah.
I was shocked. Like I looked over and he was like, like I was like, in my head,
was it your daughter's
so it was
dog,
my
or?
daughter's girlfriend's dog, Kobe, and she's a black German Shepherd. I don't really know what the breed is, and we would love for you to work with her someday.
Yeah, I would love that.
They live in Greenville, so we'll have to coordinate, but they're coming
South
here a little
Carolina?
more often. But she has a few bites on her record, whatever you call it. But she's fine. She's done great with Red. This is her first time like integrating them. We did it out in the park. She was very nervous. So we actually were thinking like we'll do Red and not Fendi, and then eventually we were like, this is so easy. Fendi came over, and eventually everyone was off leash, just playing, sniffing,
awesome.
having a great time.
Nice.
And
she's so chill right now.
And then that was day one, and then but in the house we were still keeping them physically separated. Whoever was in the living room, in other words, created, and vice versa. And then we were like, let's just go ahead and after integrate whatever. We had them in the living room together. She was pacing nonstop, and and just circling with Kobe. Kobe was pacing nonstop. And I was trying to be a little gentle.
First time here or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was trying to explain to Brady and Caitlin, that's her dog, and she was very happy, like emotionally happy. She was like, this makes me so happy, like there is hope. And I was like, yeah, but we can't discredit, and we have to pay attention to all the signs.
Yes.
And he's going to be the first one I can interpret the fastest, so I'll pay attention. They all had e-collars on, including Kobe. So I said, worst case, at this point, we probably should keep everybody at their highest level in case that we have to hit a button. So it was like an hour, and he was sleeping, whatever, Kobe pacing, and she just kept following Kobe, like at her neck, nibbling, whatever. Every once in a while they play, and they'd be funny.
How old is Kobe?
I think she's 2.
Okay. Slightly
maybe
older,
3.
a little more mature, a little stronger.
Yeah.
Probably also, that's an appeasement behavior, and she loves to do it, the licking at the face. But I've seen so many dogs just lose it on a dog because
well, that's what I kept saying. Like, they were like, Caitlin kept saying, "Can we just let them have toys? Kobe's so much calmer with toys." I'm like, toys are a really, really bad idea. It just brings another element of like arousal.
Yes.
And so, and I said, no food, no toys. Let's just, they're fine. But I said, I really don't like pacing nonstop. Like, we did some place work a few times. Everybody was fine to their thing. And at some point, I went to the fridge and got ice in my cup. I didn't realize Jonathan had been giving her ice like as a treat. So she jumped up and does what she always does, but she just, it's not even that crazy, but she got right here. And Kobe did the same thing. And then when Kobe came over, she snapped at Kobe.
That picture
and then
has
Kobe
been seen and
nuclear.
acted on by her 1,000 times because Bambi taught her that. So in the kitchen, like when I would be like meal prepping at Celeste's house, Bambi would come up, and if she walked up to Bambi, Bambi would attack her. So that is where the problem stems from. So she learned it from her. So she just assumes
somebody's walking up that she has to protect something?
She's resource guarding. She's resource guarding food.
And why do they guard it? Because they don't think they're going to get any more, or it's a power
it's a
thing?
scarcity thing, but it's also it's a something that's been modeled for her a lot.
Okay,
so she's seen it happen, and that's why Celeste called me. Is she was like, this dog is like, and she wouldn't back down either. She was like, fuck you, I'm 50% larger than you. I'm gonna kill you now.
Yeah.
And she had so many reps put in. She was an expert at it. She did it when I was there, and most dogs won't try that stuff when I'm there because I give them access to everything. So it's like with Milo, Paige came over a couple weeks ago to do some bite work, and we were getting food out, or maybe it was a different day, I can't remember, but we got food out, and Milo, my big pitty, who's like a big buffalo, under no circumstances is he ever aggressive to anyone or anything. But with food, if we're getting food out, when another dog literally just comes up and bumps into him, he made all this noise, and then Mila bit the shit out of him. And I said, and I didn't say a single thing. I said, okay, knock it off, you know, something like that. But I let Mila correct him for it, because what he's starting to realize is that when you react like that, you invite a lot of aggression back onto you, and all these other dogs know that you're the weak link, so they'll kill you. So that's when we were at their house, Bambi started a fight, and it all ended up them attacking Milo. So he has a hole in his ear now, just because Bambi decided to be territorial. You see where there's a difference between freedom and entropy. Entropy is chaos, right? Where the dog has so much freedom that it's toxic, right?
No structure
it's like,
to it.
that is not the same thing as freedom. That is entropy, that is chaos. I don't want it around my dogs, right? That's where it becomes not good. So that
and I was surprised that he was just like, yep, let the
Literally
two of them
whatever.
deal with it.
Yeah,
Because Covey took off after her, and she ran to the couch when it happened. Because whatever Covey did, it happened so fast. But whatever Covey put on her, she took off running back to the couch, back to the window.
And she de-escalated.
And Jonathan jumped in and grabbed Covey by the neck.
Did Covey keep going after her?
Oh yeah, she got her on the neck. Like she got
Good.
2 bite marks.
Has
And
she
so-
done it since then?
Well, we haven't
You
had
haven't tried it
another,
again? Yeah.
because they left the next day. Now, yeah.
I would immediately
Yeah, I was
like
curious.
reintegrate them as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Like that's really the best thing that you could possibly do. And then the next time that you need to have that
So
conversation,
what happens right after? 'Cause we were all I just said, everybody keep your energy at 0.
your arousal
and then we
has
just
to stay
put
calm.
everybody in their crate for a while, like 30 minutes, just to
Yeah.
breathe.
Little
And then we
break.
brought them back out, went straight to the park, and let
Perfect.
everybody
That's
sniff.
awesome.
And then we brought them back together physically,
Nice.
and it was like an hour, and then
Perfect.
they had to leave right away. It was
Yeah.
the same day, so unfortunately that was. And they acted like nothing. Like
Yeah.
neither one. She didn't even like.
It's literally at that point the conversation has been had. You know,
Gotcha.
and Covey showed her like, you can't do that to me, right?
So why did Covey keep going though? Like, 'cause Red would have like went at her,
She's
but
just
he
probably
wouldn't
never
have kept going.
experienced that before, you know. And what are the issues that Covey has usually? Like,
Well, she's put 2 other dogs in the hospital.
bingo. She may be dog aggressive. Like she may have that in her where she's found some reinforcement or a need to be aggressive in the
Or that's
past.
the only way she's been able to feel like she got
Yeah.
conclusion,
Maybe.
because
I
nobody
don't
was
know.
advocating.
But I
for
would
her.
love to meet her. It sounds like
Yeah.
she's got a lot of good
They have a new
characteristics
puppy,
about her,
so
too,
I'm like,
so
I think it's very important.
that's super dangerous.
That's what I told them.
And it's probably a little bit too much chaos. That is really dangerous, because the appeasement from a puppy will cause Covey to attack the puppy. So you gotta be really, really careful about that stuff. My mentality in getting a dog is, if you have a dog that is not under control, do not get a second dog. It's not gonna be this thing where the other dog gives your dog an opportunity to exercise, so they're just magically behave better. Now you have the issues that you had before, plus 10,000 other issues, because you have 2 dogs, right? So yeah, there needs to be some education there that before they they need to
Especially
be
if they're
really
gonna come
careful
here
about
with
that.
both.
Not
of
to say
them.
that something bad,
That's a lot.
horrible is going to happen, but if it was me just not knowing the dog and I heard what I just heard, I would be like, yeah, you probably should get your behavioral stuff under control first. So, okay, so there's
So
the
the
resource
kids,
guarding,
and
and then the kids, and then what else?
I think that's really like, well, there was one other person that came in the house with Jonathan this week. His nephews came, and then a friend came, and she would not be okay with him in the room. Her hair is up the whole time, growling, like she wouldn't.
Who was it?
I mean, it's a kid that has grown up with our kids
Okay.
from the old neighborhood. I don't know, Brandy doesn't like him. That's the only person who doesn't like him. Like,
Who
but
doesn't like him?
Brandy,
Who's Brandy?
my daughter, and him went
Okay.
to school together. Like, but she's, I couldn't put 2 and together. He does have a lot going on right now mentally. Like,
Maybe
he's
it's
not in a
lot
good
of
mental
stress.
place.
Yeah.
He's very depressed, and like,
Mhm.
that's the only thing I could pick up on it. But as far as like demeanor, he's very mild, very timid, very. But
Interesting.
Jonathan said I couldn't do it. I didn't know what to do to her. Like, I had to just. They were out doing stuff most of the time, so it didn't matter. But
Yeah.
he's like, I just had to have her in the crate when he was in the house.
Yeah, there are people that I don't let my dogs meet because I can tell they're scared. And they'll kind of go to pet and they're like doing this number, and I'm like, don't do that, just lean in. Just lean into it, you know? There have been people
He's
that
had
I said,
dogs his whole life, like big
Yeah.
dogs, little dogs. dogs. I don't
Yeah,
know.
who knows? I mean, sometimes it's just an energy thing.
But I didn't know if there's is that our only recourse? Is that point like, okay, she just needs
No.
to not be in this
No,
space?
that's not the. If she was growling at him, her hackles were up, etc.
Yeah.
At that point, I would have attached the prong collar and leash. I would have given her a single correction, and then I would have just let the leash go, and I would have had him work with her with food.
Gotcha.
This is how men meet dogs. Hi. Oh gosh, you're gonna bite me, and then they back off, right?
Yeah.
And so what happens is the dog is you're putting on
Red's like, what'd you do?
eye
Red?
contact. Hi, Red. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here, Boogie Bear. What are you doing? You're so handsome. So what happens is if we don't follow the order of the senses properly, the way that I do it is hear, smell, taste, touch, eye contact. Same way that I met him, which is I squat down usually, or I sit in a chair. I let the dog come up and approach me from behind. The first thing that they do is they sniff me and they go, oh, he has food. I take the food, and then as soon as I do that, I go break, and I throw a piece off to the side, and now we've initiated the yo-yo game. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So what happens is I'm taking off all the conflict. I'm not even looking at the dog, right?
Gotcha.
And at that point, now I can start sending them away. So they start being able to give me space. And then as soon as they pick up that piece, what do I say? So I said break, I threw it.
Here.
I say yes.
Oh, yes.
And then they come back and they get paid on me.
Yes.
And then I say break again and they go away. And then I say yes again and they come back. So I'm just sending them out, pulling them back in.
Yeah.
As I do that, I start rotating my body towards the dog where we can now have a conversation face to face.
Gotcha.
Until that point, my posture is creating conflict. So notice she's turning her back to me because she trusts me. Right? Dogs who just met someone, if they do that, that's a really good sign that they're just a good, they just kind of tend to be that way. So what I would do is I would have him play the yo-yo game with her.
Okay.
That's the best way because you can punish her all you want to, but it's not going to necessarily change the way that she feels about the environment, the trigger, which is him, and her handler. So it's okay to give her the leash pop, but the most important thing is having him be willing to play the yo-yo
And
game.
is it like the first time she's encountered this kind of energy maybe? Like for her, it's just
Probably.
like, whoa, I don't know how to read that and I need
and
time
just
to do it.
novelty,
Yeah.
like just the novelty of him being someone that maybe she hadn't met before, or because she barked at Tony one time, who was my neighbor at my old apartment complex, and he's this big black guy, and he goes, "What are you doing?" like that. Immediately, she's carrying on like she's this big tough dog, and he goes, "What are you doing?" like that. And she just immediately got submissive and started wagging her tail because he knew that I was handling, and he was like, surely this is
So
not like
maybe
a super...
kind of reinforced it by being scared back.
By being scared back, that's the thing.
Yeah.
So that's where we have to sometimes kind of
Jonathan
lie
even
to
might
the
have been
dog,
like, oh shit.
or holding her back
Yeah.
by her collar,
Yeah.
which will cause the protection instinct to go up.
Yeah.
Right? That's another prediction error that we make is we go, oh, that's behavior that I'm embarrassed about. That's what
Yeah.
it is embarrassment. We hold the dog back and we restrain them, and then it causes the behavior that we're trying to prevent. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It all comes from a lack of trust. So the best thing for Jonathan to do is to handle the dog in public situations where she has to meet people. Take her to Urban Dog Park. Take her to where she's going to meet 20 people at one sitting, and everybody can give her food, or treats or something. I don't know if they allow treats, but that would be the one situation where I would allow in like a dog park setting.
So you don't have a problem with other people giving your dog treats or food?
No, I don't mind that.
It doesn't change like how they look to you?
Oh no. In fact, here's what's cool. So you remember the 4 windows, right? So freedom, play, work, and rest are my 4 windows. So when you get to be free at like the dog park or urban dog bar, that's freedom. You're in exploration phase. And when you go out and you're socializing with other people and other dogs, who brought you to the dance?
Oh, they get that?
They get that. They understand that. Does that make sense? So, in fact, the more that you can surrender a little bit of that, oh no, I want to keep all of the, the influence with me, the more that you can kind of give the dog the ability to do a little bit of exploration, then they remember who took them to the dance and they go, that was freaking cool. That was really cool. And they go, let's do this again. So then you start to develop a pattern. Red, here. Come here, buddy. He's got locked in on something. Get over here. Come on, bub. Good boy. Come here. He's like checking something out. Is there something new over here, you said? They're like, I gotta see what's going on here. Look at that good boy.
What are you doing?
Red. Good boy.
He said, "There's something.
I can't. I gotta
There's
get it.
something."
I know there's a new dog over there, but there's something that we're walking out and he smells. Rabbit or cat or something.
So like for example, if a big noisy reactive dog came out here right now, her hackles are gonna go up, right? I'm gonna grab the e-collar remote and just go boom, and I'm gonna hit her with a pretty medium level correction, like a 20.
And the correction
just
is
go,
because she's
stop.
barking or
It's
she's
just the arousal.
just reacting, period.
Yeah, just be like, you don't need to have any sort of opinion about this. I
Gotcha.
do want her to sit there and go, I have an emotional response. I'm not going to let you approach that other dog that's clearly struggling with the fact that we're in its space.
Gotcha.
So we're not going to take away its space when it's already feeling insecure. But I do want the dog to understand we're not going to just run away because you're barking.
Gotcha.
Because what am I doing then? I'm reinforcing that other
Yeah.
dog. So I'll be respectful, but I'm not going to be fearful. And that's the thing that I feel like 90% of even balanced trainers do everything based on liability and fear. So what it does is it creates a toxic cancer in the dog's brain where everything is connected to fear, right? Paige's dog lunged at someone out of her door one time. He was just walking past, he lunged. Obviously, any dog would do that if you open your door and someone's right there, and they're gonna lunge. That's just what happens. Well, the guy reported him. He had to wear a muzzle every time he left the house. It was just a bunch of bullshit. And it's silly. But what she did different was she took him out on the leash. She had to walk him. She had to get him out. But if he reacted, she would give him a punishment, and then she started letting him meet people. So sometimes with the muzzle, sometimes without the muzzle. So a couple of weeks ago, she said, "Do you like dogs?" And the AT&T guy said, "Yeah, I love dogs." Blue's up on him. He's licking his face. It's like he's known him forever because she knows that the energy that I'm introducing you to is safe. It's not a, "Do you like dogs?" Like any hesitation, I'm like, okay, you don't need to meet this dog, right?
Right.
With Wyatt, last time she came over, she had a bite suit on. She was intentionally trying to create conflict. He picked up on that. He bit the shit out of her, right? On purpose, and that's what I wanted him to do, is to bite the bite suit. Today, I let him out to potty. She's not wearing the bite suit. "Hey, buddy, what are you doing?" Pet, pet, pet. All right, let's go outside. No problems at all, right? So context and energy are super, super important, but also letting the dog realize that you're gonna have feelings about some things, and I'm just gonna let you experience it for like 5 seconds, and then I'm gonna go, okay, it's time to move. You know, it's time to go on to the next thing. We're just gonna keep going. If you don't come with me, you're gonna get punished, right? You're gonna get a stem, or you're gonna get a leash pop to say, "Hey, I'm going this way," right? My old advice to clients was stay calm, continue walking, and then correct the misbehavior. Keep it really simple, the 3 C's. Stay calm, continue walking. I don't go, "Oh, God. Sit. Okay, good. Okay, I see them. Okay, they're over there. Sit." Did I do that?
Yeah.
What the heck just happened? What are you doing? Is there like a foot thing here?
Probably on the left.
This is so weird. I didn't even press anything. You closed.
Hi,
Let me
Red.
think for you.
Hi, Red.
Wild. I forgot that
My
it was
brother's
my
dog's
arm.
name is Red.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good boy.
He's only halfway interested in humans. So yeah.
Yeah. Does he kind of remind you of Mila a little bit?
No,
Like how-
he reminds me of a bigger version of my brother's dog,
Blue?
Red.
Yeah. Of who?
Red.
Did you have a dog named Red?
My brother has one.
Really?
Same color, just
That's
little tiny one.
wild. That's so cool, buddy. So yeah. What else? Did that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you
Yeah.
have a follow-up question, or is that good? Okay. Let's move them around just a little bit. Do you want to take them to where do you usually walk them typically?
I usually go down that way, and then there's a school. There's a retention pond near a school that
Okay.
I need to do off leash. I can go there.
Okay.
That's the closest thing walking. Or
Would you like
down
to
by
work
Rose
on?
Pepper. I guess like again, just understanding her reactivity, and then I guess the other thing is just like other things you think that she would want to learn, so she's not just always in like correct mode.
Yeah.
You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
totally.
I feel like I'm more.
I
That's
think
what
the
I'm more
reason that
focused on right now.
people need to
Versus like,
draw.
can we do something fun with her that she loves to learn?
I think what people need to realize is that if dogs can get if you can accomplish that punishment, so there's things that we add, there's things that we take away, there's increasing behaviors and there's decreasing behaviors. If you never get to punishment, then you have to use payment, pressure, and prevention your entire freaking life, and it's miserable, right? So if my punishment here does not ever actually decrease the behavior, I need to choose a different punishment, or I'm actually not punishing at all.
Okay.
I'm just using pressure. So people will go, well, I stemmed him on a 20. I go, what did the dog do? And they say, they came back and they sat next to me. I said, okay, what about the next time it happened? They did it again. Okay, so was 20 punishing to this dog?
Yeah.
The answer is no. Okay, next time I want you to go to a 50, right? And they go, it's not about the number, it's more about what actually happens on the dog. So if I go, no, you're not allowed to attack your daughter's friend or whatever. You're not allowed to go.
I do remember Jonathan saying now that he had, like, she normally stays on an 8 for, she can feel that on a normal day. 12 is usually what really hits her. He said he was at 20 and then he turned it up with 30 and hit her again, and she still didn't budge, didn't even get her eyes off him. He janked it up and hit it, and he goes, I couldn't handle it. I was like, okay, crate. And he's like, I just went upstairs and put her in the crate.
So you notice how his emotion was very high. Her response was very low. So he has to learn how to stay calm, but to go, boom, interruption in thought process. What ends up happening is
like
we
once
actually
he started that, he should have kept going until it actually had an impact.
I don't mess around with little jump ups. I don't do that. If her baseline is an 8 and there's a brand new person in the house and I'm going corrective, I'm hitting her first with a 30, and then I'm doubling it, and then I'm going all the way up. So I double it, and then I double it, and then I double it again if I have to. So I don't go up in little increments, because what that's doing is, at that point, it's just pressure. Because her arousal level is here. So I could be screaming at her.
So she's not feeling it, or she doesn't
She's not feeling it at all.
Oh,
She doesn't, it's like she has fingers in her, right? So if you, for example, if something really traumatic happens to you, you go deaf, basically, deaf and blind. Like, it's like you can't really process anything that's going on. So the first thing that I have to do is take that arousal and go, hey, you know, I have to get that arousal back down again. And once I get that arousal down, then the dog goes, oh, I can listen to you now, right? Now I can give you instruction. So if I go here, I might stem the dog at a 65. And the dog goes, oh, I feel something now, right? They act like it's baseline stem. And I'm like, do you see how arousal affects the dog's working level? And people are shocked to learn. They're like, what did you just hit him at? And I'm like, 80. And they're like, what? Are you serious? And it's like 10 times higher than their baseline. And the dog acts like I was just like, I'm gonna go over here now, you know? So I have to remember, it's not about the number, but the faster that I go to 80 and go, hey, you can't do this, all this other bullshit, I can start fading out. All of this other stuff I can stop doing. I don't have to redirect the dog away and use pressure and hold the dog back and put the dog in the crate and put him on a leash and put the bronc on. All this stuff I can fade out. The next time the person comes over, I have no tools on the dog. I say, go say hi. Who is that? You see who it is? Oh my gosh. And I tell the person, sit on the floor, give them food, you know, play with them a little bit. They'll be your best friend, you know? So it's about context. It really is. And if we think for some reason, just because she's like a pit bull or whatever, that now she's just going to randomly choose that someone is just someone that she just doesn't like, that's not accurate. That's not how dogs work. If you follow their rules, they understand. Now, there are some dogs that develop superstitions very quickly. So if they, you know, get a wrong read or something like that, they may have been hanging out with you and then you pet their feet and they're like, oh, I hate you now. You know, it's like, some dogs have weird quirks and qualms and stuff like that, but for the most part, I would say dogs tend to be very linear as it relates to their triggers and things like that. They usually have a pretty wide bandwidth for that kind of thing. If they've rehearsed it a lot and been used payment, pressure, prevention a lot and never been punished for it, then they're going to keep doing it, right? They've never found anything that was punishing enough to go, I'm going to give up this behavior, it's off the table now. That makes sense? So let's go put Red up really fast, and let's take her out across the street. Come on.
You don't have a tripod, do you?
We're just gonna wait here. I do. On a walk. I want you to show us where you usually walk.
Okay.
Do you have her e-collar remote?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Let me go grab it.
Okay. Hi, Boo. Are you paired?
Yeah.
Let me vibrate it. Okay, this is too loose.
Okay.
Actually, it's pretty close. I'll leave it right there. That's fine. Good girl. And what side do you usually walk her on?
On my left.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna let you lead us.
Okay. Actually, we go this way.
Smells good. What is that?
Noku.
Oh yeah.
They have all their grills out right there outside.
Is that right? Is it a Japanese steakhouse or something?
Yeah. They do three things. They barbecue and they do like that, and then they have this fire grill.
Like a hibachi type thing?
I don't know. It's just like great that goes over open fire and they pull it out, put stuff on it, put it back in there.
That's cool.
And then the third thing is like some kind of kitchen stuff. So it's actually three chefs that have started it together. And the one next to it, there's a door. It has just like a Chinese Japanese symbol on it. It's another restaurant that they have, and it just, I think, I don't know how many people, I think it's 25 people. I think twice a night, and it's chef, tasting or like, you don't pick your menu.
Oh, chef's choice type
Yeah,
thing.
I think it's like $75 a person or something, and they only open up
So they
one month.
pick it,
Yes.
and then there's limited seating and limited availability.
And they only open up bookings for the next 2 months. And they usually fill up within an hour.
That's wild.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
we haven't gotten in yet.
And you live right there,
So we
which
just
is
don't
crazy.
think about it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I did get to go to 210 Jack, and it was lovely. It was so good. Yeah.
Corey's our favorite right here.
Yeah,
We're there
this one
all
over
the
here.
time. You know, the bartenders, the manager, the owner.
Nice.
We like them.
Yeah, the it is so good. It has like truffle coupon, and I was like, oh my god, this is fantastic. And they had like Japanese whiskey, old fashions, and
Yeah,
it was just wonderful.
it is really good. It's a fun vibe in there too.
Yeah,
It's just, it's always fun.
yeah,
But
yeah.
so is Corey.
I was a little sensory overwhelmed with my little autism thing.
Yeah.
I was like, I could probably do this for another 5 minutes.
It is. I don't know. I agree with you about that place specifically. I don't know if it's the way that the sound bounces off of things or the type of music they play. I don't know what it is, but every time I go in there, I'm always like,
The massive green walk and like being open to the pathway, like
That makes sense.
sitting right there. Right
bars in a
back.
circular
Yeah,
place.
the bars in a circle. It's kind of interesting how that stuff works.
Yeah. And I love their lunch menu more than their dinner. But it is expensive and it's hard to get in. Corey is less expensive. It's hard to get in, but we just sneak up to the end of the bar and we wait. And then because the food comes in and out so fast,
Yeah,
seats open up within like 10 minutes.
nice.
You just have to be there to grab it. One night they kept moving us. Like, we have reservations, but they're kind of scattered. So you can sit at this 6 o'clock for 15 minutes. Another 2 o'clock for another 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So we just
Kinda
all night
slowly.
until they close.
How far is this school?
It's one more block.
Okay.
That, or we
so
can
for
go
reference,
this way.
we can go everywhere.
What do you
Hey, how's it going?
Sorry about all this. Are you good? Are we just walking or do you want to go to the stage? Okay.
I love this color, by the way. This is beautiful. Big white thing. So just for reference, back there at that last turn, I would have gone back because it's too hot.
Yeah.
So like
You're right. I don't
for,
normally
for
do a
me,
lot during the day.
like while we're here for the lesson, obviously, like it's a little bit. You could feel it, and the dog definitely can feel it.
Yeah.
So like she's already tapped out on the
We
asphalt.
usually just
for
take
walking
the
out to
truck to the
26.
airport
Yeah, that's fun.
and walk in the grass. And I was like, I do this early morning or evening, but it's like, we gotta go to party sometime. I just got a choice.
You'd have been like,
He's my indicator because I can get out here and get on the phone and not think. And he's like, I'm
yeah. Milo would be like so happy, but Milo would be like, no, not gonna happen.
I was like, no.
Absolutely not.
You want to come back now?
How much further is it? This is a block.
Yeah. It's in the middle of the
Okay,
sorry. Second
you're good.
left, too.
And two, you probably know this, but it's good to, as tempting as it is to like slam water down as soon as she gets back, let her cool off first.
Okay.
Because it's going to make her sick to her stomach. Hey, how's it going? Would you like to help us train this dog for a second?
Oh, I would, but her pretty white fur would get so dark after I got
Oh,
all this
yeah.
dang grease on it, you
Do you
know.
mind if she just comes up and smells you real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Go say hi.
Smell like
Say hi.
oil.
Good girl.
Hey.
Good girl.
Like, those are different smells.
Nice job.
All
Very
kinds.
good. So notice how meeting a dog, the emotional response doesn't have to come from the person actually touching them. It could literally just be like she's just submissively. She said, "Wow, I've never seen a person with hair like that." like Shaggy from Scooby Doo. Perfect. I love it, dude. It's been hot out there. You say,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I can take the heat, but the humidity is what gets you.
Woo, where are you from?
Right here, born and raised in this
Okay, cool.
neighborhood, dude.
Nice.
How about you?
I'm from Texas, so
Nice.
I'm not used to the. I'm used to a dry heat. So.
Yeah. Yeah, my buddy was just up there on a trip. He said that's what it was like. He said it was 110 degrees, but he could take the dry heat so much better than he could 80, 90 down here.
Uh-huh.
The humidity.
You got it. Awesome, buddy. Thank you so much. I
No
appreciate
problem.
it.
Nice to meet you guys.
Have a good
Take care.
one. So you notice that like it doesn't have to be this thing where the dog is like all up in the person's face and like they're petting them and taking food. It could literally just be that they're just like, hey, you know, like it doesn't have to be this super involved thing. But the emotional response that we saw from her was beautiful.
Yeah.
So it's actually a perfect example because he was physically unable to pet her.
Yeah.
And so she wanted him to, but we let her kind of engage on her own terms. So that was wonderful. Good job, Mama. Good job. Yeah, I do about three hour and a half lessons a day in this, and I have to take a little breather sometimes because I'm like, whoo, especially doing freedom and play. You gotta make sure that you don't overheat these guys. Alright, so work her a little bit. Show me what your routine is.
Normally we just come in here.
Okay.
Well, we normally will have to walk in. Well, not
Okay.
always, sometimes.
Good. Nice job, Mama.
Okay.
Yeah. This is a good spot for freedom. Girl.
It's always got trees here now.
There you go.
A lot of times there's like leftover toys that the kids throw over here, but we'll get up and frisbees. We'll play frisbee for a while.
Hey,
There's always something.
that's
Not
cool. 'Cause
today,
it's
but
kind of like an adventure. There's stuff over here.
there's always something that we find to throw and
It's
Play.
really good to let her kind of find things. Like this is a frisbee piece right here.
yeah.
If she picks something up, good girl. If she picks something up and brings it to you, the response shouldn't be, no, drop that, right?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
should be, yes,
Okay.
because yes pulls her into your
Okay.
space, right? And then she realizes, oh, that's my job now. I bring you things. So if she finds something that's she's not supposed to have, at least she's not running from you with it, right?
Right,
She's
right.
like, oh, look what I found.
Like taking off. And,
Yeah, totally. Let's see if this is over. Missy loves it. She's like, I don't want to pick that thing up. I don't know what it is and I don't like
know.
it.
Maybe the colors. She's like,
Yeah.
it's got too many.
She's like, there's too much going on here. Alright, you ready? That has barbed wire in it. Out. Thank you. That one's safe. Alright. So, you want to play? Boom. That's my first offering. So notice we just switched drive states.
Okay.
So she was out giving freedom, right? She was blasting energy out into nature, letting her be curious, not doing a whole lot of commands, just kind of letting her
Yeah.
use the space. When I say you want to play, now she's pushing energy into me using a toy, all right? So what word do I say to make her move away from me and go pick this up? Break. What word do I say to pull her back in?
Yeah.
And what word do I say to pay her for bringing it back in?
Yes.
Good. Okay. Break. Oh, once you brought it back in. Yeah, you missed it. That's my favorite part she does right there.
Find it. She knows when Jonathan's throwing versus me because she like will take off when Jonathan's throwing, but when I throw, she's like,
Take a few steps.
Yes, good girl. Good job. Hand goes on the dog first. Good. Good girl. I see it. Yeah. Notice how I'm just paying her for the recall?
okay.
Good girl. And then
Instead of
as I
taking
go down to get this, now I have an offering. Okay? Break. So she's
Do you
giving
say
me
break
something.
before you throw it?
I say break first and then I
Okay.
throw it. Because break means you get paid over there. Yes.
Oh, right.
Yes means you get paid right here. Good girl. Very nice. And then I'll wait. Good. The game does not continue until she offers me something, okay? No. And she understands that. You see that?
Yeah.
Break. That'll be our last one.
I always love when you
Yes.
show us things like this because now I'm like, no wonder she looks at me confused.
Yeah,
Like, what are you
she's
doing?
like-
You're doing it
It's
all
like
wrong.
she knows how to do it and it seems effortless when I do it, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna have you do it.
Yeah.
So go ahead and walk over and just reach down and grab the stick. And just stand there. Relax your arm. Notice how the slide, good. Give her good and pay. Okay? Now, before you move to throw that, say break first and then throw it.
Break.
There you go. As soon as she picks it up, give her a what?
Yes.
Excellent job. Perfect timing. Hand goes on the dog first.
Good. Good.
Excellent.
Good
There
job,
you go.
Molly. Good job.
Okay. Relax for a second. She offered. Now you can reach down and pick it up. No.
No. Break.
There you go. She'll even offer a down for it too if you wait
Really?
long enough.
Yes.
It's like a free shaping. Excellent job. All right, that's the last one we're gonna do. Good. Very nice.
And then
All right.
leave it.
So we don't just leave it. We say, all right, all done.
All
So
done.
I could, if it's something that I'm taking home with me, I might pick it up and stick it under my arm.
Okay.
If it's something that I want to save for later, when I come back here again, I might kind of stick it in the fence, you know?
Yeah, this is definitely one of the things I wanted to ask
All done.
about. 'Cause she's
And then we just walk away.
tackling me with the ball all over the truck.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep. So whenever you're done, if you swipe it away, it turns it back on. So watch this. When I go like, no. Notice how I don't fight her and I
Right.
don't swipe it away, because when I swipe it away, it turns the game back on again.
Gotcha.
Okay? So I've already said all done, but I kind of lied to her just now a little bit. So I'm going to give her a one retrieve here. Good. Break. Quick one. Yes. Good. All done. No. Let's go.
Tomorrow when we
Perfect.
come out here, I'm gonna be on a video where she's probably gonna run right
Yeah.
there.
Do you have a tripod?
No.
If you
Actually.
if you have a tripod, that's the best way to do it. I usually tell clients, my clients that I start today, I say the first two things that I want you to get, really the first three things, is a tripod, a long leash, and a treat pouch. Because the tripod gives you the ability to improve your game at all stages. The long leash shows you how the dog will naturally move in space. And then the treat pouch is so that you can actually take your reinforcement with you and start taking the yo-yo game and going, okay, we're gonna go from the living room to the sidewalk, right? Not a super huge jump. Living room to maybe the back patio, to the front walkway to the driveway, and then to the sidewalk in front of your house, and then to the street, right? So I'm increasing my distractions progressively instead of just going, okay, we just got done in the living room, now we're gonna go to the public park or the patio restaurant. It's like, that's too big of a jump, and my expectations are here because I have had a lot of success in the living room.
I
Right?
do need to try that on the patio because they
Yeah.
both are, and Red's doing it more now. She's
Uh-huh.
when people walk by, especially delivery
Yeah.
guys.
Mhm.
So that would be a good.
Notice too that this is the same kind of rhythm as it is with play. No. I withhold. Okay. And then I clip her. There we go. I'm just gonna walk her back. So we did our freedom, we did our play, and the walk here and back is your work. So that little session that we just did, literally we just got here and immediately started to come to here.
Yeah.
And then did our freedom and play, and then we walked back. That's all that you need to do actively with this dog for the entire day. The rest of the day, all these little pieces. Because you'll have like a
We
routine.
do, and we just kind of, the trainers, when we worked together, did a lot of, we like use hand movements for him more than words.
Okay.
And so like there's sounds and clicks and snaps and stuff that
Yeah.
I use that don't, and now I'm a little confused and they don't work for her.
Sure.
And he's like, where's my marker? I'm like, I forgot, is it
The
free?
same
Is it
system,
okay?
but just using nonverbal. Yeah. So free is a release to whatever word that you want. So that's your reinforcer is something that you choose.
Okay.
So when I say free, that means go blast energy into nature. Go find your own adventure, right?
Okay.
Okay is when I want a low arousal release. That would be like releasing the dog into the home, out of the home, or out of the crate. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
you want low arousal. Thank you so much again, man. Have a good one. So that's the thing is, if I'm really specific about what are the criteria for this, and I'm consistent with that over time, then I don't have to train anything. I just have to make sure I'm saying the right words whenever
Yeah.
we do different things.
Yeah.
So notice when we got there, we said free. That told her
Yeah.
you can shift into the drive state of go blast energy out.
Right.
The second thing that we did was we played. We said, all right, it's time to push energy into me through play. And what did I tell her? To shift that drive state. To play.
I said, yeah,
I said, do you want to play? It's pretty simple, right?
Yeah.
Did she understand that?
Yeah.
What did she offer me when I shifted
State.
drive state? Exactly. What would she offer me if I switched drive states from freedom into work? What behavior would she naturally offer me? She's over there and I say, all right, you ready to work? What's she gonna do? She's gonna recall.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I'm more concerned with a client understanding the difference between the drive states and how to get the dog to that understanding that's very clear, is that if they don't understand that, then they miss everything else.
Okay.
Because they're trying to get obedience and control and compliance without connecting with the dog. And it's
Yeah.
impossible. If you get it, it's short-lived and it changes the way that the dog accesses information. It changes the way that it's not good, right? So like if I can get compliance and control by prioritizing connection, relationship, and fulfillment, then I'm gonna get a huge emotional response from the dog. They're gonna be happy while we're doing it. And we're gonna be in cooperation, right? We can actually work together. We're a team.
Right.
But if I just focus on do what I ask you to do, obedience, right? Force,
Right.
make you do it, then what will happen is the dog will take every minute of my work and they'll never get freedom and they'll never get play and they'll always be trying to lure the dog with food, using lots and lots
Right.
of pressure and repetition and prevention and crating the dog every time someone comes over, and they never really get to the point of being free.
Yeah.
They're prisoners in their own home, you know?
Right.
So go ahead and drop your leash here. Yep. Tell her easy.
Easy.
There you go. Keep walking.
Take that thing off.
Yeah. Little
Very
poop bag
annoying.
holder.
Yeah.
I'm vehemently against poop bag holders. Pull her into your now notice what you did. Okay. Pull her into your space there. Go. Whip it. There you go. Keep walking. There you go. Speed up. Speed up away from her. Come on, girl. We're gonna just lag behind here.
Good girl. Come on. Come on.
There you go. Speed up more. Pull her into your space.
Come on.
There you go.
Come on.
Excellent.
Good girl.
What's your e-collar on? She's doing here. She's like, but they're back there. What do I do now?
Come on, girl. It's coming. Come on.
Is it dead or is it? Okay.
You're good.
Sometimes it'll die because it gets so hot.
I might talk to them so hard.
Use the vibration on your e-collar to speed her up into your space. That's the button on the front. There you go. There you go. And feel that spatial pressure too as you step away. I'm going to show you really quick, okay? She's like, I'm dead. I know. What are you doing to me? That's punching me right now. Girl! My leg. Yeah. So if you don't use a little spatial pressure, you try to squeeze her up. Like if I don't have to I'm trying to get her to speed up, then I'm going to end up accidentally putting on lots of pressure by looking backward. So what that actually causes is for her to linger behind even more. So now I'm repeating myself over and over and over again, and I'm accomplishing 0. So I go, let's go. Ah, there we go. And I get that little pep in that step. Easy. Very nice. That's nice. Notice how the vibration is helpful, but it's only helpful if I use the spatial pressure with it. Right. If she understands that practice. Excellent work. We've got to run to Madison real quick. Any other questions? No. All right. You guys killed it. Any other questions?
I don't think so. I think it'll help. I said when we were in Greenville with her for those 2 weeks, her behavior was so much better when we got back.
Mm-hmm.
I think it just proved like when we do that kind of work with her. Or
Was that when y'all were on the farm and like, yeah, that's awesome.
I mean, she was
Just her emotional state was so different. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Killer.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Y'all are amazing.
Give me kisses. I love you. It's nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you too.
All right, girly, you go behave yourself. Good to see you again.
All right,
Y'all let me know if
thank
you need
I'll
anything,
hug
okay?
you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for everything.
Those are the best hugs.